Good afternoon and welcome to a special Harsh Reality broadcast. Today is the 18th of December 2012 and I have just noticed that gold and silver have taken a major knock. The time is 18:45 hours Greenwich Mean Time. Gold has just fallen from $1,704 per ounce to $1,670 an ounce. This has been a major fall in just an hour. Stocks have risen significantly and there has now been a disconnect from the price of gold and the price of stocks. Recently there has been hope regarding a settlement on the fiscal cliff issue. This madness within the markets tell me that we are in truly dire times. It's truly dire. The mainstream media are not reflecting the awful economic conditions and there is now a feeling that everything is rosy in the garden. It's not. It really is not. People need to wake up and see what is really going on. This is without a doubt the calm before the storm. We are not living through normal economic times, we are living a fantasy, because had we left capitalism to run its natural course, a depression would already be here. It would have been bad, but not half as bad as it is going to be. Politicians, the mainstream media and the banking elite have been highly irresponsible. They have treated us like children, and we are going to pay the price. We have been softened up and dumbed down and will be ill-equipped to deal with the paradigm shift ahead. We do not have much time to wake up, and I suspect by this time next year most people will understand this. I cannot put a time frame on the collapse, but I can say with confidence a collapse will happen. And I will tell you for why. The US have operated a fiat debt-based monetary system for just over 40 years. The lifespan of fiat currencies tend to be only 40 years. Most Western countries operate fiat currencies such as the UK and Europe. The problem today is that there will be a synchronized global collapse. It will be devastating. The US dollar is the world's reserve currency and it is being abused. Politicians are hell-bent in spending money we do not have. Far too much currency has been loaned into existence. It was achieved by credit cards, subprime lending and derivatives. Today there is far too much personal and private debt. It will never be paid back. And the problem is our monetary system relies on exponential growth and exponential debt. We are getting very close to the end of the road. Indeed, as I mentioned before, capitalism left to its own devices would have ensured a collapse by now. And it would have been manageable. The collapse that is ahead of us is not manageable. There are going to be major casualties. Had true capitalism have taken place, some banks would have failed and a depression would have followed. Instead, a catastrophic collapse will happen. Let's look at the facts. We have very low interest rates, high personal and public debt, quantitative easing and the prospect of the debt ceiling being raised within the next few months. Anyone with a logical mind will understand that we cannot continue much longer on this path. I hope you can understand my surprise when I see the stock market rise and gold and silver fall with the backdrop of such truly awful fundamentals. I have absolutely no doubt that the politicians have bought a little more time at the expense of making the collapse much worse down the road. I believe that gold and silver are being manipulated, just like LIBOR was manipulated. When the confidence evaporates regarding the holding of the paper silver, all hell will be let loose in the physical market. Trust me, one day confidence in the fiat monetary system will ebb away and when that happens the collapse will accelerate. In my economic notice I predicted that gold will reach $2,000 per ounce by the end of 2013. I shall be watching the gold price with interest. There may be further pullbacks soon. But with the continuation of quantitative easing I am confident gold will rise.